Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all folks in between, and welcome to another episode of Aunt Millicent's Cooking Show. Thanks for joining me again on the show. Tonight I'm going to be making one of our old family favorites. It's called Potato Leek Soup. It's all vegetarian, well, except for the broth maybe, and it's very delicious and grip perfect for the wintertime, and it's also very quick. So without further ado, let's apron up and let's get started. So one of the first things you have to get for potato soup is obviously going to be potatoes. This recipe calls for 4 baking potatoes, and we're going to slice them nice and thin, okay, so they cook well. The next thing that's going to be on your potato and leek soup are the leeks, okay? If you don't know what leeks are these very long, large onions, okay? We don't eat this part up here, so just chop, okay? And we're going to eat this little part down here at the bottom, okay? So we're going to chop that nice and thin and make little bits of onions on it, okay? So those are the big ingredients. You should probably also get yourself one of these big boy chicken broths, okay? And if you're not into chicken broth, you can also do vegetable broth, and this will be entirely vegetarian, which is really nice, okay? I guess except for the butter, but well, anyway, you get the idea. And speaking of that, you need a little bit of butter, not a whole lot, just enough to make the leeks in, okay? Finally, salt and pepper, and then chives. These are going to be used just to accessorize the soup. And they'll go in there, we'll chop them up, and they'll be fantastic, okay? That's the entire ingredient. So without further ado, I want to get started to cooking, okay? Okay, y'all, we're going to get started cutting these leeks. I'm going to show you how to prepare them. Leeks are funny little guys because when you give these to the grocery store clerk, they'll usually look at you, do some thinking, and then have to look them up. So you may have to, if you buy them, say, it's a leek, and they go, oh, okay, I got you. So anyway, hopefully your clerk knows what it is. So go ahead and chop these large parts off the end here, okay? Well, I've already taken some of the leaves off the side that weren't looking so good, okay? So we get this nice, fairly healthy looking little chunk of onion. Put those guys to the side, okay? And then on the tips, you're gonna have a thing that looks like the roots. So take that off too, okay? And you may wanna go ahead and wash these off. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. So now that we've washed our leeks off, the best way to prepare these is just to slice them kind of right down the middle, okay? And if you want to leave them in the large slices, it's perfectly fine, okay? So split them like that, and then just chop, okay, like you're chopping celery, okay? And you'll get this nice little green onion kind of thing, okay? These are very potent if you eat them directly, okay? So make sure you cook them real good. These leeks give the entire flavor of the soup, okay? I want to do the same here. So you do the same. Cut your leeks in half. By the way, you can put up to, 3 or 4 in there. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So I'm going to chop this way again. And we are set. So now we have our leeks. Go ahead and put these aside and go ahead and grab your your baking potatoes. Be right back. Okay, everybody got that? So we get your potatoes out, and we're going to the best way to do this is peel them first, and then slice them in half and just slice them thinly. I've cut potatoes on the show plenty of times, so I'm just going to fast through this, okay? So catch up with you in a minute. Okay, y'all, we are on the stove, and I just put my butter in here. You need about half a stick. I got about 1/4 of a cup. And you can put more in there if you feel like it. Okay, it'll make it taste pretty even, better. So I've got my leek put in here in this bowl, so it's going to go in there. What you want to do is simmer those for a while till they turn kind of brown, and stir them up real good. And you don't have to cook it on gigantic heat, just enough to get them good and hot. Okay. So do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Looks like our onions these are leeks. They are nice and brown in a few areas. You don't want to scorch them. Just get them good and brown in a few areas. I'll probably cook this maybe 5 minutes or less. Okay. So now the next step we got to do, we have to add our soup stock and potatoes. So let me do that. Okay, so I've got my soup stock coming in. It's going to make some noise and maybe a little steam, but not too bad. Whoops. This is 48 ounces, so it's quite a bit. Again, if you don't like the chicken stock, use, or if you're, you want to get that, make it veggie, use the veggie stock. Okay, there we go. So that is ready for potatoes. Okay, so here are all my sliced up potatoes. They're going to go in there. That is the majority of the soup. And honestly, that is the soup. We got to add salt and pepper. Okay. So you're going to cook this probably a good 20 to 30 minutes and make it nice and piping hot. So bring this to a boil. Okay. And then when it finally puts to a boil, put a lid on top. And then what you'll do is you'll cook this for, like I say, for 20, 30 minutes, and we'll bring it out. While you're cooking, go ahead and cut your scallions up. We're going to, or your chives. We'll go ahead and do that. So we'll have them ready for accessories for the soup. Okay. And you know what? I don't even quite believe this, but that's it. So add your salt and pepper and cut up your chives, and I'll join you in the dining room very soon. Okay, y'all, it's 20 minutes later, maybe a little bit over that, and there you go, a nice soup-looking thing. The whole thing kind of congeals together and makes this nice little broth. So there you go. Let's go to the dining room. Oh, the camera's getting fogged up, and let's sample it. Okay, y'all, we made it to the dining room, and I hope you enjoyed making our potato leek soup. I have it right here. Before you serve it, make sure you sprinkle your chives in. That's your little topping. So let's give it a little taste. Very nice. It's impossible for it to be bad because I have no idea how many times I've made this. Anyway, other things you can do to the soup. You can add carrots to it if you want a few more veggies. You can even add cream to it to give it a thicker texture, or you can add some cheese to it if you like. That'll give a totally different kind of a feel, but it'll still be pretty good. And you can put it in a food processor and puree it and serve it cold. Not very common and kind of French, but you could do that too. So I really hope you enjoyed making the leek soup. And with that, I will bid everyone a very happy and healthy bon appetit.